Hello and welcome to Prestige Worldwide. Up for review today, we have a Tissot Seastar 1000 with the Powermatic 80 automatic Swiss movement with an 80-hour power reserve. They were able to essentially double the power reserve from 38 hours to 80, well, more than double, by reducing the beat rate to 21,600 beats per hour, down from 28,800 beats per hour. They also added a second spring barrel inside the movement, and it has a result of about 80 hours. I think I've timed this before, like when I took it off my wrist and checked back 3.5 days later, and it was still running, and it was slightly more than 80 hours. It was probably like 86 hours, and then I noted the time on it and did the math, and it was something like 85, 86 hours. I guess it varies depending on how much you're moving around and how wound up this thing gets when you're wearing it. So it has a sapphire anti-reflective crystal, although the light does reflect off of it, but it's supposed to be AR coated. It has a ceramic dive bezel that is 120 clicks. It is a little looser than I would prefer, although it's not terrible. You kind of have to push down to turn. So like if you're just bumping something, it's less likely to move. The case is brushed most of the way through, but then it has these polished sort of recesses on the sides. You have your Tissot T on the screw down crown. We have a silicone strap, which is a Tissot OEM strap. I rarely keep the same strap on the watch that comes with the watch, but with this one, it just works. The molded ends of the silicone strap just wear nicely. It's a nice wearing watch. It's not extremely heavy, not extremely large. At some point, I'm thinking about picking up a Seastar 2000, which is much wider and much thicker. Let's go ahead and get some measurements on this. It's advertised at 43 millimeters wide. I measured just a hair under that at 42.7. Let's double check that. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a little less than the 43 advertised. And the thickness is about 13 millimeters. The lug to lug is 21, although it is difficult to get my calipers on it, but believe me, it is 21. I did measure it off camera to confirm that. So 21 millimeters is a little bit different. You know, you normally get either 20 or 22. Lug to lug is somewhere around 50-ish. We have an exhibition case back, so you can see the movement, the rotor, the escapement. You know, it's polished. Very nice looking movement. Let's go ahead and put it on the time grapher and see how accurate this thing is. I have not regulated it. It's exactly how I got it. I got it used from eBay. Retail on these is about $600. I got this one for a little under $400. All right, so we have the 21,600 beats per hour, our 50-degree lift angle. The rate is right around 0 plus 1 second a day. Beat error is acceptable. I've worn this thing for a few weeks at a time, and I don't have to set the time after I start wearing it. Now, maybe if you wore it for 3 months, it might be 30 seconds fast or something like that. Kind of depends on the condition and such. All right, let's go ahead and put it on the scale. It is impressive when these entry-level Swiss watches have such extremely good accuracy. I'm not sure if the person before me regulated it. I don't really see any tool marks back here. I probably could message him and ask if he got it from Tissot just like that. 110 grams. or 3.91 ounces. It wears very nicely on the wrist. I'll go ahead and put it on the wrist here. I have 8-inch wrists, so it's a large wrist, but it does wear nicely. It doesn't look too big, doesn't look too small. For a 42.5 case diameter, I normally would not wear a 42.5. Normally a 44 is kind of my jam. So Tissot is part of the Swatch group. They make a wide variety of Swiss watches. It's sort of like your Casio or your Seiko for the Japanese market. Swatch is for the Swiss market. They make these in large numbers, and they're reliable. They're affordable. Highly recommended. I'll probably buy another Tissot at some point in time. So some of their other models are not. Some of their other models are not too, appealing to me. I do like dive watches, so there is a Seastar 2000 that I've got my eye on, although it's pretty chunky. But if I find one, I do want the green one. If I get the Seastar 2000, I want to go ahead and get the green one. Well, that's all I've got for the Tissot. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.